All right, everybody. Welcome back to the lunch table. Excellent stuff going on here. Episode number 2. Alex, Tony, McCall, Braden. Everybody, welcome back. It's been a long week. It's been a long week since we just did our last show.
A lot of shit has happened.
A lot of shit has happened. Yeah. The country has just gone to absolute shit. And the world is ending. And none of us followed through with our plans that we talked about last week. But that's okay, because we wouldn't have ended well anyway, so.
Gotta turn into Raiders now, man.
Yeah, honestly. It's pretty fucked up out there. That's our first topic anyway. Corona this week. And so how has the quarantine affected your guys' life so far? Who would
Literally.
Tony does not have to go to work.
I
haven't.
Tony, tell us about Tony, go ahead. Tell us about what happened with what the people tell you.
Well, I obviously can't put too much information out there because have a lot of the shit I talk about is not classified information. A lot of shit that I want to talk about is classified information. So the most I can say is the military is definitely feeling effects. As far as like open source, what's available to the public, there's a travel ban on the military. Like I'm not allowed outside 90 miles, I think, of base. So
Damn.
90 miles is pretty good. I can go to LA still. So.
Oh, okay, you're fine then.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
No, but that definitely put a hamper on a lot of people because a lot of people were trying to go home, and see their family and shit like that. And they just like fucking the whole DOD. So DOD is Department of Defense, like Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, anybody who was trying to go like out away from their base, canceled all of it.
Damn.
It's fucking. We're all locked down to the local area. And there's talks. I don't think it's gonna be public source, but there's talks about like shutting down bases, like to any access, like whatsoever. Like I might just be like stuck on base.
Well, that's fucking crazy.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, that's how it affected me. It's just bananas. And we think we might have a case coming back tonight, actually.
On base? Like a case on base?
No, we've already had 3 on base.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Yeah, we've already had 3 on base. And we think we have a case because one of my coworkers went up to Washington before the travel ban was implemented, and he spent a week up there, and he comes back tonight. So Washington has been fucking riddled.
Oh yeah, no,
Riddled
Washington is
coronavirus.
absolutely fucked. My buddy Ned, he's like from an area where like 3 people have died, and like the schools are all shut down, and they were like the first schools in the country to shut down, or some of them anyway. And so he just like decided to go back, and he's just like, man, I can't wait to come see you guys. And I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I can wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. We're trying to we're actually gonna quarantine him like dead ass like he's gonna the person picking him up is gonna have the windows down, have a face mask on, like the whole shit, and like he's gonna go to his room, and he's not gonna come out of his room for 2 weeks for 2 weeks because they're quarantining him and to see if he pops for any symptoms because the incubation period's what, like 4 days.
Yeah, something like that.
So
I think it's like 2 to 14 or something. Like,
we literally text him like, dog, like you're not fucking coming to work. Like,
no, dude, no.
Like, you stay the fuck away from us. Like,
so
that's how it's affected me.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, especially like on a fucking military base, like, dude, that shit would spread so quick. I mean, you all just like on top of each other. Yeah, we're so like, we have to share everything because military is just like really tight like that. Like, you guys don't really share like personal space, like bro. Y'all sharing drinks and food and women and all kinds of crazy shit up.
Yeah. We already know about the women.
I'm technically supposed to have a roommate too. Like I literally live in like a dorm style building with fucking 400 other Marines. So it's like if one of us catches it, we're fucked. Like all of us.
Damn.
Because there's like common areas too. Like we all do laundry in the same place. We all go like to the same fucking store that's like right outside. Like we go everywhere.
Oh yeah, wait, before we go any further though, cheers everybody. Everyone raise their drink and
Oh yeah.
to the end of the world, everybody. I got my.
Hey.
All right.
All right.
Let me clink it.
Fuck, there go my lights.
That's good.
Shit. Mine tastes like cough medicine. Fuck.
My car does a little bit.
Yeah.
too.
I have like cherry Smirnoff and fucking Dr Pepper. It just tastes like lean or some shit. You know.
I just did vodka cranberry, but I think I put a little too much vodka in there.
Yeah, bro.
Oh well.
Yeah. Well, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Braden, what about you? I heard Wichita's got some cases I hear, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think Nathan told me that I can't remember who, but someone like some like spirit squad or spirit organization got infected, and they're like the people that go around campus and like are like trying to bring like campus like cheer and whatnot.
So the
And,
whores, huh? Nice.
One of those
Nice.
people was one of the people that got it. Yeah. And so that's nice. But yeah, our school's completely shut down. We're online classes until next semester.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like literally, they're like completely done, and so I'm not worried at all. I'm like, all right, hell yeah, I get to chill because I had a midterm that I would have had to take today, and I had some organic chemistry like quizzes and stuff I would have had to do. So I'm chilling. I haven't looked at anything school related in over a week. So
Yeah, no, I was.
Dirtbag.
I have some shit like coming down the pipe for school and everything, and I have completely neglected it. And so like,
oh yeah,
yeah, because like that whole week they said you guys get an extra week canceled too. So I was just like, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna run with that. I have not done anything. And then on top of that,
Yeah.
my job, since I work in like finance and shit, since the stock market is just fucking tanking and just like we work in an office, they let us like work remotely from home. So now I can just like I wake up, roll over, I can just work at my computer right here and just like be processing transactions the entire time, and then I can just get up and then play video games, and pretty much that's just my entire day now. I can be
nice, man.
Yeah, so
Well, honestly,
cool,
it couldn't have been better timing for Neo 2 to come out, sponsored, because like literally now that we've had this quarantine, I've just been playing the hell
Dude.
out of that.
And Warzone,
good.
that Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Duty
yeah.
Battle Royale, that's free to play for everyone. Cross platform. Holy shit, it's kind of fun too. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
wait, what is
feels
it?
good. It's Warzone.
What's
It's a Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare
Okay.
Battle.
This shit.
Is it like a million gigs like Call of Duty Modern Warfare is? Because
60, I think.
okay, that's not bad. Because Call of Duty Modern Warfare was like every update was like another 100 gigs.
Yeah.
I was like,
Modern
fuck
Warfare
that.
is ridiculous. But no, like I was like, I played it a couple times. I'm thoroughly impressed. Like,
Okay. So
It
are you
was-
saying that we should download it and play at some
we
point?
could. It says it's
Perhaps.
cross-platform.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, you
That'd be
can
sweet.
play it off your Xbox and shit.
Yeah, I'll put it on my Xbox
Or,
and
yeah,
we'll
you can
play that.
PlayStation, whatever
Oh,
you
yeah.
want. Like you throw on whatever, dude.
Yeah, McCall, how about you? Is Corona fucking up Virginia at all, or how's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been like over 50 cases and 2 deaths.
Nice. That's nice.
What's Kansas?
Oh.
at?
Kansas, we
I
have
think
like
we're like 11.
we have like 6 in Johnson County, so it's just like 40 minutes away
Yeah.
from here.
I think the numbers went up a little bit today. I think we got like 3 more or something today. But like the thing about it is that's scary is it's not like other stuff where it's really obvious when someone has it. Like you can be asymptomatic and still spread it. Like so.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely gonna get more cases
part.
like consistently. But
Yeah. Also, like,
well.
like my room, like a shit ton of people I know anyway. Like, I mean, aside from like friends and roommates and everything, they just like all left for vacation on spring break. So everyone just went to like affected areas. Like my roommate went to Los Angeles. and
oh
shit.
yeah.
My other roommate went to like Florida, but I think he went to like the Keys. So I'm sure that's fine. But
Yeah, dude, I've been looking at all of our people's Instagrams. I'm just like, dude, I don't know what the hell you guys are doing. They're on spring break in all these places. I'm like,
Hey, they took the cheap flights, or whatever,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I don't blame. Honestly, I don't blame.
oh yeah, the
Yeah,
flights are
but,
so
like,
empty. My
still.
buddy Ned, he was like laying out with his legs across like 6 seats or some shit like that. Yeah, they're
Oh, wow.
stupid empty.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess we just gotta wait this thing out. So it's a great time for us to be streaming now because like everyone's
Oh, yeah,
home.
dude.
Everyone's just fucking with their dick in their
Everyone's
hands,
chilling.
sitting home.
Like
Yeah.
it's perfect time to like actually like have no life. and
Watch
be
the
very
new
social.
creative content creators. Woo.
No, right? That's us. That's where we fill that role. We fill the gap.
Honestly, I feel like my life
Wow,
hasn't
man.
changed that much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't go out much either, so I mean, I feel like I'm not really missing out on anything, so I'm not tripping. But
Yeah.
but you know who would be tripping? Arbonne bitches. Women who have fallen for pyramid schemes, and that's what we're talking about next. We're talking about Arbonne, because I am fucking tired of seeing like, hey, you want to work from home, you want to be an entrepreneur, well, go ahead and message me, and then no one ever does. So they end up like reaching out to you. It's just like, hey, I've got a great opportunity for you. You want to get tricked into a pyramid scheme? And no, I don't.
Dude, it's basically it's the same thing as like the Bang energy drinks for all like the hoes, as what Arbonne is that for basically everyone else, like all the other like
ugly bitches.
Yeah, I didn't want to be rude and say it, but you're. Arbonne is Bang energy, but for the ugly one.
I have never even heard of Arbonne.
Oh my god, how have you not? Oh, I guess you
I
don't.
don't know.
Okay, well, I guess you don't like keep up with anyone from high school, so it's just like
God,
it's like
fun.
you know how like back in the 70s there'd be like those door-to-door salesmen who'd be like, you could get in on this fucking plastic Tupperware business.
Whoa.
You could get on this plastic Tupperware business where you go and sell it to other people, and then those people who you sell it to will work under you and sell it to more people. It's basically that. You're just like selling a product for the person above you and the person above them and the person above them.
Yeah,
and
no one really even wants the product.
Yeah.
Like,
there's just one jackass at the top who was just like raking in money from gullible bitches who are just like, wow, I could probably get that Mercedes if I just sell enough of this fucking stupid, this fake ass.
Meanwhile, all the money's going to some dude with some grubby ass fingers, just like raking it all in.
I'd never trust someone who came to my door like that.
No.
Well, they sell it all
Dude,
online.
I even turned away fucking high schoolers that came to my door. They're like, "I could go for the fundraiser." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." Like,
bro, I Spartan kicked so many Boy Scouts in the chest when they tried to sell me that popcorn. I said, "Get the
okay,
fuck
maybe." Except like Girl Scout cookies,
you know which
the Girl Scout cookies though I give in though, cause those cookies are freaking amazing.
Oh, they're fire. Yeah.
Funny that you say that, dog.
Oh,
bro.
oh.
Wow.
Man, what are those? Let me see those. Hold on, bring those back up to the camera. What kind of cookies are those? What kind of cookies are those?
Close up shot.
The trefoils.
The-
Sponsored.
I don't know about the tray. It's all about the Thin Mints are definitely where it's at. But
No. I have them in my freezer.
Tagalongs.
oh, okay.
Don't
Right, my bad.
freezer.
No one likes the ones with coconut on them, but I actually think
The
they're pretty
Samoas?
No.
The Samoas are great.
The Samoas?
Yeah.
Samoas are great.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah, Samoas are
good.
banging.
Some people don't like them though, man. I don't know.
I'm not
I
a
like them.
coconut fan.
Those people are wrong.
What?
I like tagalongs and lemonades.
Bro.
I don't know if I've had lemonades.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's nuts.
You said what?
I don't know.
Speaking of children, by the way, great segue, McCall. Excellent one. I never actually got to join Boy Scouts or anything like that. Now that I think about it, so
I never did Boy Scouts either.
I didn't either. No.
Why?
I kind of wish I did, but at the same time, hey.
I thought Braden of all people
yeah,
would have done
you
Boy
definitely you
Scouts.
look like you
No,
seem
dude,
like a Boy
see-
Scout kind of.
See, the thing is I did have some friends who did Boy Scouts who taught me like the
Oh wait,
the
I
woodland
forgot Braden
survival and
was
stuff.
poor.
Good one, Tony.
Oh, Tony, don't forget I used to be fat too. Don't forget that.
I forgot that
The
too.
poor and the fat.
Wow, had it all. Really had
Braden,
it all.
you really,
Yeah.
turned, Braden, you really turned things around.
Yeah. This franchise,
Yeah,
it's,
totally.
it's working, man. Goddamn, good shit.
Yeah.
The Strong franchise is on the up and up.
Still
yeah,
still
bro.
living in a basement though, but you know.
Hey, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but the basement's free. That's the trick. You know, I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, but yeah, I kind of wish I did the Boy Scout stuff too, but you know, also the chances of getting molested went way down for not joining.
Oh my god.
And
Like,
McCall, he's just being real.
Now, Braden,
Yeah.
since you were fat, was your chances of getting molested down because they could catch you easier, or no, up because they could catch you easier, or down because they didn't want to molest you because you were fat?
exactly. So that's the thing. They could probably catch me easier, but like they didn't want to because I'd be heavy. Like it'd be hard to carry me around. You know,
Of course.
Like, it wouldn't have
At that point, they just drop you off back at the curb that they found
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, if I just go dead weight, like they can't carry me. You know?
God.
That's fucked up.
It's hard. I have a hard time imagining that a Boy Scout troop leader is dedicated enough to carry a
oh my God.
age brain
Did you see?
to a white man?
Did you see the fucking the Boy Scouts were like there was like a huge scandal because they were like there were so many troop leaders that were just fucking little kids and just like they just lost so much money to like settle lawsuits and shit. It's fucking nuts. So in retrospect, it's probably good that none of us joined the Boy Scouts.
That's probably why they were trying to meld the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts, man. Is because like it's hard. Like they're not gonna. They don't.
That's fucked up.
I know.
Yeah, they don't want. It really is.
I don't talk about God.
Oh my God.
No, but what's it called? I heard they also got sued because of racial discrimination too. I heard they weren't like
Really?
I don't remember where I heard this one, but I heard that they were discriminating against like people of skin like color. Because it's not traditional.
I could kind of see that.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine a lot of beaners in the Boy Scouts. I feel like that's definitely
yeah. Gertie tried and they shunned him.
Oh yeah, he was a Boy Scout, wasn't he?
He was a Boy Scout for like 2 years or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, my mom was like, yeah, this shit's whack.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. But no, that dude, I will say though, I don't know if the Boy Scouts this way, but I do remember one time when I was young, I went to like some weird summer camp thing, and every single kid there was weird as fuck.
Yeah,
they're weird people, man. And so I left after day one. I was like, I'm not.
To put it in perspective, Michael Roos was a fucking Boy Scout.
Yeah, I was literally about to mention that. I was thinking. Yeah, it produced some fucking weirdos. Michael Roos, man. Whatever happened to that guy? For some context, McCall, Michael Roos was this super genius, like, middle schooler that we had, who was also
But he wasn't
weird
a
as fuck.
genius. He just wouldn't shut up. Like,
he
wasn't. Weird, yeah, he really wasn't a genius. He was like,
he was
pretty smart.
I answered every question.
Well, I kept up with him in like up till like sophomore year when I stopped giving a fuck. I kept up with him.
Why?
Yeah.
This is weird.
It wasn't hard to keep
he had those parents that like everybody fucking hates. That it's just like they're not like we went over to his house one time.
I'm gonna fix my lights real quick.
That's fine. Go ahead. But like we went over to his house one time, and his parents like because we brought like DVDs at this point, and this this is how far back it was. We had DVDs and shit. But we were gonna watch like Rush Hour and like Money Talks and shit like that because I had a whole I had a Chris Tucker value pack with several of his movies, and then his parents like looked it up on some website for Christian parents, and then they confiscated my Chris Tucker DVDs. It was so fucked up. Yeah, they didn't let us watch Chris Tucker. They were like, all right guys,
did you ever get them back?
Yeah, I mean I got it back, but it's just like
I was like, they just stole from you.
No, they didn't jack my Chris Tucker. No, that house wouldn't have survived. I would have burned that shit down to get those.
Do you remember when we went and they wouldn't let us play Halo?
Yeah. Why would they own Halo if they're not gonna? It was for the dad.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It was for the dad. The dad played Halo, but he wouldn't let his own children play Halo. Yeah. We were like 14.
Bro.
That was like perfect.
I was playing Halo when I was like 10.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. I'm glad my parents just beat me. I'd prefer that so much more to like them being strict as fuck.
Yeah.
And my dad was always very lenient with things. I was watching like R-rated movies when I was like 6.
Yeah, I was not around when I was young.
Same, brother.
Woo! My father did not get involved in my life till I was in high school.
Damn. That's alright. That's how it goes.
I mean, it's whatever. I felt like I really appreciate the way he raised me because my mom took over from like when I was a kid. So she drilled into me like all the discipline stuff. My dad wasn't really about that. And then once I hit the age old enough to understand shit, that's when my dad came in and like taught me all my social skills and basically pretty much taught me everything else. Like my mom got me good with like manners and like being a human being. And then my dad taught me like how to be successful.
And golf. And golf.
And golf.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's true. That's what I was lacking. You see, that's why I'm all fucked up right now because I never learned how to golf, and that's just how it is.
Never learned to golf, man.
I like how this topic was supposed to be like fondest childhood memories, and then it just like was like the worst like childhood memories that we had. It's just complete opposite.
Well, we can go worse. Alex. We all have stories.
You're
right. You're right.
Some shitty stories.
Yeah.
Fond childhood memory? Oh, I got one. Me and Braden almost getting picked up by a stalker.
Yeah. I remember this fucking van had been following us around because we'd hang out like all the time during summer or whatever.
Yeah, and then there was the day we went to McDonald's for the Shamrock Shake.
Yeah.
Sponsored.
Yeah, dude, we both had pocket knives and our hands were in our pockets. Dude, like, are we gonna have to kill a pedophile? Like, legitimately, because he kept following us in this.
Yeah, he circled us. He circled us like twice before we got to McDonald's. We're like, haha, look, pedo van, ha ha ha.
Yeah,
we kept joking
laughed
about it. We didn't take it serious. And then when we were in McDonald's, we didn't notice him. And then when we left, we were walking back.
He's still
after
there.
After getting our 2 McDoubles with mac sauce.
Right. Of course. Right.
We were walking back, and he circled us twice again, and we're like,
yeah.
Yo, that's the same van.
Yeah.
Dog. Like,
Yeah.
This guy
we're trying to like juke him through neighborhoods, and he would still be honest.
He would turn, and then we would sprint and like try and like turn around a corner, and he would find us again. And then we hopped in Braden's house, and we locked all the doors and made sure all the windows were parked like so like if it's like, you know how Braden's house is on that corner, right?
Yeah.
So like, if Braden's house is on, like, say this is the street right in the middle of the camera, Braden's house is right here, the guy parked right here.
Fuck
and we were
that
like,
shit, man.
We were sitting there like, bro, we're gonna get fucking killed. Like,
dude,
this is
that's why I was so happy that we had 2 like deep voiced pit bulls.
No shit.
They'd be up on the windows, just like barking and shit. So eventually,
because if there's any pet that you need to count on for brutal murder, I mean, I'm glad you had pit bulls. You know.
Hey,
Alex. I'm just saying.
I was raised with them. They never murdered me. So
I mean, yeah, but you know, it's just, I don't know.
They're loving animals.
You're saying too much that I don't agree with.
Listen, man, I can just vividly remember in the deep recesses of my mind the time the news article about the pit bulls that swam out because there was a child drowning in the lake, and then it bit the child and swam back to shore and let the child drown out there. So
yeah, I don't think that's a real story.
They're violent, evil animals, my friend, and I really hope you come around.
No, I'm sure they are.
But you know what? But listen, my science aside,
I've heard the same thing about Mexicans, Alex.
You can't say that! You can't say that! Oh my god!
But look at us, Alex. We're friends right here talking. I mean, so obviously that's not true. You know.
You don't know. I might snap.
You don't know. Any day now. I'm like a ticking time bomb. Who knows?
Tony is in the military. Don't mess with him.
That's true. Tony joined. Tony joined to kill people.
I am badass. Don't fuck with me. I survived. I just didn't quit.
You just get that 1,000-yard stare. You're just like, you can see all the flashbacks going through your head.
Damn, dude.
That's what I'm looking forward to, Tony, when you come back from deployment and you got all these stories.
Yeah. Maybe while you're out in deployment, you can pick up like you ever see like, oh shit, what is it? You can be like one of those guys who like takes, you can pick up like the fingers of your fallen enemies and just like keep them on a key ring and shit like that. You know, something crazy like that. You know?
Yeah, just go crazy like the what the fuck is that dude's name? Like anyway, like the people on those.
Did he like have a head? Did he keep a head?
No, I'm trying to remember. I don't know. It was from this one fucking movie. I can't remember what the dude was, but he was basically all wigged out.
Yeah, this one called Dead Presidents, where they're in Vietnam, and one of the guys is like fucking psycho. He's like a preacher's son, and he cuts off one of the Viet Cong's heads and he keeps it in his backpack.
Yeah, that's it.
That could be Tony. Tony's gonna be.
That could be Tony
taking trophies and shit. So
yeah, it's gonna be like that Tropic Thunder scene where the guy blows up and he has the guy's head on his gun. He's
Real funny. The guy's like fucking guys. He's like, oh, real good prop.
Yo, speaking of which, does anyone have a favorite possession that they have, like that they have some sort of sentimental value? I can go first. I prepared this.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Probably my fondest thing that I do have, it would definitely be, I have like a sombrero. It's like one of those big ass fucking, it's got like the tassels and everything, but it's from my grandpa. Well, not my actual grandpa, but a guy who like babysitted us as a kid. It's just like before when he passed away, he like gave it to me for some reason. But it's just like I'm not actually like blood related to him. I don't know. I just think it's like really nice that he gave that to me. So
yeah,
it's just something like super cool that I have to remember him by. But yeah, that'd be like
Yeah.
my favorite
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I have a baby blanket that I've had since I was a fetus.
Oh.
Okay then, that was a large jump.
That's a I'm trying to like piece it together how that would look, but you know, it's just
just the phrasing of it, you know.
It's just this white blanket, and it's called BB.
Yeah. You named it too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called BB.
Some red flags here, guys.
What?
It's
It's just a small white blanket that I was wrapped in when I was a baby.
No, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, it's fine.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool.
I mean, to each their own, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Tony? You got anything?
As fucking corny as it sounds, the chain that I'm wearing, what's it called? I originally started wearing my dad's Jesus piece. You remember that, Alex? You remember my dad's Jesus piece?
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, it's the same one that Caden has. Yeah. But I was originally wearing that for a while because I found it in his room, and I was like, I fuck with this. I was like, I want to wear this, and my dad was like, I don't care, I don't wear it anymore. Just don't lose it. I was like, oh, big bet.
Nice.
And then after I left it when leaving for like boot camp, obviously because I don't want to wear like expensive shit to like a place where it's probably gonna get stolen. So I was like, okay. And then when I came back, I didn't want to take the Jesus piece. I didn't want to take the Jesus piece with me because obviously it's expensive. So he had this chain, and he's like, he used to wear this like a ton. So I was like, fuck it, dude. And I was like, Dad, can I have that chain? And yeah, he let me have it, and I've worn it ever since. Like, there are very few days when I don't wear this. Like, I don't think there's been like a full 24 hours of not having this like on my neck.
Damn. Isn't it funny how like however old you get, you still like ask your parents for things like a little fucking kid? Like I'm always like, Mom, can I please go this place? It's just like I'm 21 years old. I should be able to do what the fuck I want. But
I think the chain, because it's like, I don't know, he's totally okay with giving it to me, and it's like something that he used to wear too. Yeah. So it's like I always got my dad with me, keep me on track. Like whenever I think about doing stupid shit, like I usually think about my dad. Like, hey, what the fuck? What would he do? Like,
but your dad,
he do it.
Your dad got into a lot of debauchery, though. I remember. I do.
Yeah,
If I
do I
get
into
on
a
the
lot
street
of
is
debauchery?
correct. That's true, actually. Now that
I get into a lot of debauchery.
Not as many fights. Your dad got into a lot of fights. Actually,
I'll fight.
Yeah, I guess Braden's been the only one to hear in like actual fights so far, right? I heard Tony, unless I'm mistaken. Excuse me.
No,
Tony probably has too.
Actually, yeah, I got into a fight like 2 weekends ago.
Oh, really? Oh shit. I thought that was like a standoff though. Like you didn't.
No. I got into like there's like 3 different fights that popped up.
Shit, dude.
God.
2 of them ended up being standoffs, but one of them ended up being like a full-on fight.
Damn. That's fucking nuts. I'm just like, isn't it scary though? Because it's like everyone has camera phones and everything. You feel like you just get caught and go to jail.
Oh, 100%. We almost like the cops got called. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened was, I don't know if I told you guys this story. The one where he slapped the burrito out of his hand.
No, I do not.
I'm not this. This story's pretty good.
Sounds like it's pretty reasonable though. I mean, if we're gonna be honest.
So, so we were sitting there after going to the club, and I was DD actually. So I had like 2 drinks and I was done. But the rest of the group was like fucked up. They were all hammered. And it was like 4 other people. Yeah, it was 4 other people. And we stopped after we went to the club. We were driving around in downtown San Diego looking for a place to eat. And we ended up stumbling upon this, or somebody took us to like this Mexican place right outside of like SDSU, so like the college campus where all the drunk college kids go.
Yeah.
So we went there and we ordered our food, and there was some Mexican people there, some white guys there, there's a couple white guys with their girlfriends, like a couple Mexicans.
Yo, who's fucking with Mike? Hold on a second.
That's I don't know, probably Braden.
Okay. Good.
But while we were doing that, we were sitting there like joking because we're obviously all of them are drunk, so they were just saying like random bullshit, dude. We were talking shit on each other. We were laughing, having a good, and we ended up what's it called? We ended up talking so much shit. We ended up talking shit on like other people like that were standing around. You know, obviously, clearly we were joking. We didn't mean like anything by it, and we started talking shit on like these dudes' girlfriends. We started talking shit on the dudes. Like, what the funniest part about the whole situation is the girlfriends actually like were standing next to the boyfriends and ended up leaving them and coming to hang out with us. And we're still like roasting them. I was like, that's actually, we didn't get in a fight with the white guys at all, even though we were talking to their girlfriends.
Well, no, they're
like,
respectable.
Like,
they're respectable men, of course, who would never do.
Yeah, I so thought we were gonna fight them because I was literally sitting there like, one of the girls was like all up next to me, and I was like, literally looking at her boyfriend like come get your fucking girl, bro. Like,
maybe he's into that, man.
Yeah,
maybe he was hoping that he could.
Maybe want to
just
get cuffed. I don't know.
Maybe he wanted to be.
Maybe
in
he's trying to
corner of the
Eiffel
room,
Tower
you
that
know?
shit. You don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so either way, I thought we were gonna fight
Just
them
saying.
at first, and I was like, I thought we were gonna fight them at first because they were coming up all in the middle of the group, and I was like, oh my fucking god! I was like, this is how this night's gonna go. And it turns out we didn't end up fighting with them. They were super cool. We ended up talking shit with them, and then we were talking shit to the Mexicans too. And we're like, blah blah blah, like you guys. They were saying something like, you're not even in college, blah blah blah, like that. It's like, and one of my friends lets this joke out. He goes, well, clearly, or no, we were talking about being Mexican because I'm half Mexican, but I look dark.
Yeah.
And then there was another half Mexican.
Yeah, you do.
There was another half Mexican in the group who was like white as fuck. Like, he did not look Mexican at all. He looked like fucking Braden. Like,
Damn, bro.
Like, it was bad. And we were joking about it. And he's like, you're not half Mexican or whatever. And then one of the Mexican guys said, oh, nah, that guy ain't half Mexican. And my friend goes, well, clearly you're not half Mexican. He's a fucking crazy.
I'm not doing it.
I gotta do the
That's what I call it.
Right.
Continue.
So he goes, well, one of my friends goes to the Mexican guy. He's like, clearly you're not Mexican either because you're going to college. And I was like, oh my god,
Damn.
dude! I started laughing. I was like, that shit was hilarious. I was like, that shit was really, because we were all drunk. I was like, that shit was really funny in the moment. And the Mexican guy got super upset about it. I was like, dude, he literally said that I'm right here. Like, I'm not fucking offended. You need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you keep talking shit, blah blah blah. And he walks up to my friend who has like the very last couple bites of a burrito in his hand. Like, it's like a ham and cheese burrito. And he slaps it out of his hand. And it goes flung all over the wall of the Mexican place. And like splatters ham and cheese like all over the wall. It's so fucking funny. And like, my friend was unbothered, like completely unbothered, because my friend's like this, like he's like 5'8", I think, but he's like 200 pounds, bro. He's fucking huge. Like, he's jacked. And so my friend had no concern at all, because the guy who slapped him was like 5'10", 150 pounds or some shit. Like, he was tiny. Yeah. And so my friend was like, okay. He grabbed his second burrito, started like unwrapping it. Well, I was pissed off. I was like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Like, that's not fucking cool, you know? Like, I'm right here. Like, clearly you can see I'm fucking dark. Like, he was clearly joking. Like, you need to chill the fuck out. And he starts getting mad at me, and I was like, and then out of nowhere, my other friend shoots up, and he's like shorter. He's like 5'9" or some shit like that, and he's like stocky too. He's probably about 200 pounds, and he just runs up and shoves the fuck out of this guy. And I was like, oh shit! I was like, oh, I guess this is going down. And I look at his second Mexican friend, and he's like ready to fight too. And I was like, damn, I guess we're fighting right now. I was like, so, what's it called? My friend starts like wailing on this fucking kid. Like, the kid was 19. Like, my friend starts wailing on this kid, and like he like puts him against a wall. And he's like, my friend was a wrestler, so he's like picking him up and throwing him around like a fucking rag doll. Like, this kid was getting the shit kicked out of him. And the other Mexican guy went to go like start hitting on my friend while he was like basically manhandling his friend. Yeah. And so I had to run and tackle the other Mexican guy, and like I try to like just like pin him down. I don't want to hit him because like I didn't have any problems with that guy. I just didn't want him I just didn't want him fucking up my friend. So I was like, I tackle him and I start like I pretty much just put him in like a bear hug, and like just hold on for fucking dear life. And like I'm not the weakest guy ever. Like I'm pretty strong, you know. Like
Yeah, yeah.
And so like I just like put a death grip on, and like I just do not let go. And this guy was like struggling. I'm pretty sure he was younger, but this guy was just like struggling to get out of my fucking death grip, and I just would not let him go.
Were you like trying to calm him down while you were grabbing him? Were you like, chill, bro, chill, or was it just like? Were you just
No, I just didn't let him go.
Okay.
No, I just
You like whispering. You were like whispering in his ear, like
It's like it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
We're good. Gucci. No, I just like seriously just held him until my friend was done fighting, and then they split it up, and they were like, okay, whatever. Like I was like once I realized that guy was finally cool, he's like, I'm good. I was like, whatever. I let him go. He gets out, and then we're like talking about like, hey, bro, don't fucking do that. Like, what's called like if your friend wants to start shit, like you saw him start the shit, like we all saw him start shit, you know, like
like hold him back, like tell him to knock it the fuck off.
yeah, either hold him back or don't jump in the fight. Yeah, like either hold him back or don't jump in the fight. He wants to fight. I'm like,
if he's gonna be a dumbass, let him be a dumbass. Like,
yeah,
don't
it's like
jump in.
we're not gonna jump. I told him like we're not gonna jump him. He's like he's got beef with one person. He's gonna fight with one person, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I have no business in that, you know. And so they were like, the kid wanted to go again. I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right. I looked at the Mexican. I was like, you better not fucking interfere, dude. I was like, they want to fight, let them fight. And they went at it again, and the same shit happened. Literally just grabbed and started fucking tossing him like a rag doll. Jesus Christ, man. I was like, this is fucking brutal.
Probably
my friend, bruises, man. Yeah, my friend caught a shiner. Actually, the Mexican kid got lucky, caught him in the fucking temple. He got a black eye. But that Mexican kid was fucked up. He had scrapes and fucking shit all like he was bleeding out of the side of his face and shit. Like his shit was fucked up.
Damn.
Yeah.
But hey, man, he asked for it. He's the one who came up and slapped the fucking burrito.
Right.
Exactly. He's gonna be a dumbass.
You don't do that, like.
Yeah. Well, damn, bro. See that? That's why I just stay out of shit. It's not none of my business. I'm just polite. I say, you know what, sir? You are right, and that's why I just part my ways. I don't ever have problems with anyone. That's the best way The best way to not have a fight is just don't fuck with people. You know, don't even worry about it.
I can't even lie. While like I don't want to fight, it's kind of fun, like knowing that you're powerful.
I think what it is it's the adrenaline rush that gets in you. That is kind of the fun part. Because like I know like you get like that adrenaline rush, you get like shaky and whatnot. Like there's just like these nerves, and then like, that could be fun. But like
I shocked myself with like how strong I was, because like
dude, especially when that shit kicks in, you just like people, and like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, like I'd like full blown like perfect form tackled this guy. Like I was like, oh shit, and he went flying, and then I just held him in a bear hug. He could not get out like at all, no matter what he did. Like I had his arms down by his side, like he was like this, and I had my arms like around his chest, and like I had my legs wrapped, and he just could not move. Like he was literally like subdued.
Yeah.
Well,
I felt powerful.
Didn't in some of your guys' training, didn't you do like some jujitsu or something like that?
Yeah, we do. You do like basic, like they combine a lot of martial arts.
Okay.
Bear hug is definitely not one.
Yeah, no, but like I just wondered if you got the chance to like try any of that stuff out, because I know some of that's really good. Like,
no, because if I would have choked him, like I would have actually.
Not even necessarily like a choke, but like just like a hold, you know, like.
Yeah, I could have done. I should have done like a Kimura. Kimura would have been funny. I already had it pretty much. All I had to do was. Nah, whatever. next time I get a, I'm sure I'm gonna get. I'm like, if I keep going out with the same guys, I'm like 100% positive I'm gonna get.
See, the thing I don't like about Fights for One, especially street fight stuff, is because like there's no limits. Like if you're in a ring or doing a sport, there's a ref. Things can stop. In street fight, people don't stop, dude. Like you see people like already knocked out, already completely done, and people just still wailing on them, and it's like that's what's scary.
You can get
that's why I don't like
brain
that.
damage.
But I never like. The thing is, I never go out with less than like fucking 4 people, so it's like.
No, I get you, but it's just like still, it's just.
Yeah, I don't think there'll ever be a group that can like fuck with me, you know, or like fuck with my group, just because like all of us are.
Until there is, though.
Until there is, you're absolutely right. But
That's always.
but like we usually like roll like with 5 people or 4 people, and we're all like fit, like pretty big people. Like we're not, none of us are like small.
Yeah.
Like as the people that I go with are like, none of us are small, and so we're like, when somebody does something like that, they're trying to like, and we have I say training. We have a little bit of like fight training. Like obviously we're not fucking MMA people, but
Yeah. Luckily, you're also
Yeah.
in California too. I mean, if you're in Texas, right? Someone pulls a fucking gun. I mean,
yeah.
it's just nothing like standing your ground or shit like that.
yeah. Oh, actually, there was a guy who tried to like scare tactic us. Like it was some black guy. He had his hand in his pants. He was walking. He's like, what's it called? He's like, hey, so you got problems with my boy? And we're like, yeah, ain't got shit to do with you, dog. like he's like, oh, come on, let's talk. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, no, are you stupid? like,
No.
we're not going around. Like, clearly your friend can say some bullshit right here. Like, you talk your shit right here. And he was like, dude, it was this really skinny black. He's like 5. I think he was like 5'7", and he was maybe like 140 pounds. He was like a fucking twig, dude. And we would like if we would have fought him, we would have like, I was scared we were actually gonna hurt him. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, but if you got a gun on you, you feel pretty brave. I feel like I would,
Yeah, but guess what? He didn't do shit, dude.
Yeah,
like,
right,
he really
right.
walked away.
It's more like insurance at that point. Like you're not gonna lead with the fucking, with the 38 on you. You're not gonna just start blasting. So, yeah. Well, that's fucking. Oh, Jesus Christ! Sorry, guys. My bad. Oh.
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, completely on the opposite side of fighting and whatnot. So how are you guys enjoying streaming and all of our escapades, creating shit so far?
Yeah.
It's pretty fun, right? League of Legends is.
I've been
it's fun
enjoying it.
times.
Yeah, I really have. Whether it gains any traction or not, I think it's just
Yeah, no, it's cool. I like. Plus, I just like talking to you guys too. That's the kind of the fun
Yeah.
part of this whole thing.
Honestly, that's what I love about it, is it's just a chance for us to catch up. Like we never get a chance to catch up. Shit's just too busy.
Yeah, especially
Which
like. And like
it's-
from people
yeah.
from high school, that's especially like you fall out of touch with people from high school so quickly. And it's just like I talked to maybe like 6 people from high school. Granted,
Yeah.
we had a very small class, but still, I think that's kind of a lot.
Well, not only that, they always say you make your best friends in college or whatever experience you have outside of high school, which I can see why. But like, I will say that like you guys are by far definitely still my best
yeah.
friends.
Oh yeah.
Like that's one thing, is it's like we've always been tight. So I don't know. That's something I don't think will fall out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we know about that, Alex.
Yeah.
We know about that.
I mean, it's
Ever since you had that operation, it's been really good for you.
Yeah, but the thing is about like college friends, it's just like it's a lot harder to like I don't know. I feel like to like piece yourself in with people who would like understand you, and you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you have like that long term like inside joke kind of comfortableness that you have with like your friends that we have, from high school. Like me, Nathan, you guys. Like it's so much easier to like talk shit and just like say anything and not be like, am I gonna get exposed and lose my job because of something I
Yeah.
say? Because of something I said.
Well, not only that, in high school, we never really fell into the whole like the cliques in high school. We kind of just were hanging out. We just did our own thing,
Right.
and we hang out with everybody. I think that's part of the reason why, is because people in high school fall in cliques, and then cliques don't last, so they fall out, and then in college they actually find real people.
Yeah,
I feel like we were pretty real from the beginning. So
that's true.
It was never a click with us. It was just
Yeah.
like, oh, that's my friend. Like it was
Yeah,
never like,
exactly.
oh, it's never. It was, I was like, oh, never. That's my group. It was like friends. Like I'm
Yeah.
friends with him.
You know, it
Yeah,
also
we
helps
didn't
if you're
care,
if you're
yeah.
in the same tax bracket. That also helps too. I feel like rich people
That does- that does-
they just run with rich people forever. Like that's their thing.
dude, that's true. That's true. There was so many people. That school was so
I don't
weird.
know.
Such a mix of like it was a mix of like mid, poor, and rich, and it was like
Yeah.
it was people that were living on fucking
people who
spyglass.
Yeah,
We
Tony.
were really good friends with Sean, but we did kind of fall out with Sean.
I still I
Sean
mean,
is just antisocial. I think.
Well, he's
I
just
think
got
he
his
just-
own thing going on. It's not like his. I wouldn't say it's his
Yeah.
fault. He's just like we're like I think we have like different interests. You know what I'm saying? Like we were always into gaming and fucking YouTube and shit, and like
Yeah.
just I don't know, just like different kind of media and whatnot. And Sean's family was into like themselves, like their family, and also just like,
themselves.
And, well, yeah, it's true. They were just tight knit, and they just didn't really
Yeah,
branch
yeah.
outside of that. And I mean,
No,
that's
that's
okay.
true.
But like, it's
like
it's,
kind
he's-
of. Yeah. No, I get you.
exactly. But I mean, yeah, I think I think rich people have it better because like they can also put themselves on track to meet more rich people. That's what basically fraternities and sororities are. Like you're just going to a house where you're just like surrounded by wealth.
Fraternities and sororities, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Fuck
they always make you do. They always make you do. Yeah, they always make you do crazy weird shit so they have dirt on you so they can get like. Yeah. I don't like that, man. It's weird. It's culty to me. It seems fraternities and sororities always seem culty to me. I don't like it.
I was just talking about this with Rachel a little bit earlier. It was like we were talking about rich people. We were talking shit on rich people actually. We were just like, if you like have like there was someone we know who has like, who all of their kids have 2 cars, one okay car and then one nice car, and so the okay car for that person is a BMW, and then Rachel, what's that kid's nice car that he has that his family gave him?
The BMW.
Oh, the BMW. Then what's the okay car?
A BMW.
No, what's the the really nice one?
BMW.
So they have 2 BMWs.
Yeah, one's a 2-seater.
2 BMWs. Yeah.
So that basically. So like all the kids have 2 fucking nice ass cars basically. It's ridiculous. What the fuck? An Alfa Romeo. His sister has an.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That is so frustrating. I hate that. God damn.
I don't hate the people for being rich. I hate it when they're assholes rich. Like if they're good people, I don't care. But I don't know. It's annoying to me because like it's not super annoying, but like I mean, Tony, you know, because you had to give me a ride like damn near every day because my car didn't work. Like, it would die and get stranded at school for like a week. Like,
hey, bro, hey Tony, can I get a ride home? Hell yeah. And I stay at your house for like 4 hours.
Yeah, it worked out fine. We got to hang out more. I was cool with it.
I just think I don't know. I mean, people can ball out like that, but it doesn't make me like. There's just some sort of like something in the back of my head that just says, "What the?" I mean, fuck you.
No, I get what you're saying.
That's just greedy. Like at some point, like that's just kind of greedy.
No,
you don't need all that bullshit.
There's definitely a big difference between being wealthy and being like pro and like whatever, and being just like greedy and just like rubbing it in everyone's face. Like you're literally just buying shit just to flex. Like
yeah, and that's frustrating.
Yeah, because it's like okay, well you could like donate that shit to like poor people that don't have food, but yeah.
But I imagine it's probably a lot harder though when you do have the money. Like I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Like
I would totally like spend so much money on myself. I would.
Yeah.
But caveat to that, I would spend a lot of money on you guys. Like if I was actually like dead ass like fucking stupid rich, I would spend money on you guys.
See, that's what's cool is like there's actually like whenever you see like people that like warp and then make it big, a lot of times they do pay back to like their family or their people that are close. I always thought that's cool, but it's like the people that have been rich for centuries that are just like old money.
Old money is fresh.
Old money.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But oh well.
Yeah.
That's why boomers need to be eradicated.
That's what we're already working on. That's the corona. That's the corona.
Dude, we were joking about that, and like that's the whole reason I panicked about that is because it's the first time the boomers are scared.
There was a tweet. It was trending. Boomer remover was trending on Twitter the other day. It was fucking hilarious. Yeah. People were like, that's not funny. This is so serious. You can't be joking about that. But it's just like.
Fuck those old people.
Fuck those old people.
Dude, no one gives a shit about like suicide rates. Like that's like the highest in the youth it's ever been. Like,
well, my thing was the memes where it's just like they don't give a fuck about climate. It's like boomers when they talk about climate change, but it's just like boomers when you talk about corona. it's like
they don't care about young people or anything that's gonna affect the future. They just care about
the environment, the economy. They fucked us. They've absolutely literally fucked us. And corona, like I hate to say it, coronavirus is like already fixing the shit.
It's like, balancing it. No,
it literally is. You see, like there was a statistic put out on Wuhan pollution ever since the outbreak. It's like the daily production of pollution was cut by like 2/3.
Oh my
Jesus
God!
Christ.
It was fucking ridiculous.
The Earth is purging us off. That is what's happening. The Earth is purging us.
Dude, it's actually that's one thing. Biology or something like that showed us like some stuff on the like rate of mutation and how it correlates with the outbreaks like over history. Like if you look at all the big like diseases that like killed off a lot of people. And basically we've been overdue for like 20 plus years on like a really intense disease that just kills a lot of people, and so a lot of people think it's this one, and it might be. Who knows?
I mean,
you know?
As of right now, like the survival rate's too high for it to be something like that. I think it's just I think
people,
it's calling out the elderly, like the people that you know how cheap like so many stocks are now because of the fucking because of this virus.
Dude,
bro,
the thing is,
you can buy so much shit. It's crazy.
But dude, not just the elderly though too. Like 40% of, I think it's 40% of America's obese. And this disease is really tough on obese people.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like big time, because it's all respiratory, and they have like their immune system, and they're like like the breathing is not good. Like it's just bad.
Oh, okay. Check this out. Check this out. So I just looked up Wuhan pollution. The first article that pulls up is study: coronavirus lockdown likely saves 77,000 lives in China just by reducing pollution.
Holy shit.
The number two article: air pollution clears in northern Italy after coronavirus lockdown. Number 3, NASA reveals how China's lockdown drastically reduced pollution. Number 4, dramatic effect of coronavirus seen from space.
What the fuck?
Damn.
I'm telling you. I am fucking telling you.
No, I believe it, dude. I really do. It makes perfect sense. Like, the pollution is fucking ridiculous. And, like, we're the ones causing it.
So, yeah. Like, okay, so, Brayden, I don't know if I told you this. I have this theory about coronavirus.
Yeah.
This whole long thing, right? I seriously think it's like the plot to a fucking movie. Like this is what I picture in my head. What happened with coronavirus?
Yeah.
I think some fucking mad scientist in a lab cooked up this disease for population control, because of 2 reasons. Number 1, obviously the pollution and the economy. Pollution is one of them. Economy is number 2. Number 3, how long has China had the one kid rule? Like, it's been like 40 fucking years, right? Like 40, 50 years.
Long time. Yeah.
They're just now feeling the effects from it, right? Because all those people who are having one kid are turning 60, 70, 80, and now they're old as fuck and they can't work. And now it's just mouths to feed in China. I think somebody created it with the intent of controlling the elderly population.
To clear out their own country.
Yo,
yes, but a caveat.
Go ahead.
Now, caveat to it, I think the Chinese government never approved it, because that's just people that they have in China, like for whatever purposes, like, you know. And I think with the Hong Kong riots, somebody in the Chinese government finally said, the scientist, whoever made it, was finally like, "Yo, this virus, cut that shit. Like, we'll make the riots go away."
Yeah.
Tony's on some InfoWars shit right now. He's talking about his Alex Jones growth right now. The Chinese government, the Chinese government, they created the coronavirus to thin out the old elderly numbers in China. And if you buy my toothpaste, it'll kill the coronavirus. The enzymes in the coronavirus won't be able to spread in your body. That man is selling.
Look at the frogs gate.
Dude, I will give you some credit on the fact that is very plausible, in the fact that, for one, I gotta remember the name of this document, but you need to watch it on Netflix. It's the
Chinese government's super fucked up.
So they are super fucked up. They didn't even release any bullshit about the virus until, like, you know, everyone forced them to.
And not that, they literally like censor their entire country. Like they don't.
Yeah.
They're not.
You can't even say you can't even say Tiananmen Square on Chinese internet. You can't
watch Winnie the fucking Pooh in China. That's you know how fucked up that is.
Dude, the fucking I was like. I always thought it was a joke, the Tiananmen Square, and then my friend was telling me about it. Like, he's a pretty big gamer. He's like, his name is fucking Tiananmen Square on Steam, and we'll hop into games and we'll hop into games at night and fucking like people will start dropping with Asian lettering in their name. They'll just start disconnecting, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's fucking sick.
Yeah. I was like, that's so fucking funny.
But dude, the thing is that like
just type in Tiananmen Square.
But dude, just with the way that like the virus has behaved, it is very unusual compared to all of the other strains of coronavirus. Like, it's very like almost like. That's why it's plausible that it could have been like created, because it has very specific behaviors, like especially if you study like genetics, which is why I was trying to look up this documentary that's on Netflix. It's really good, by the way. It's basically talking about like genetics and like how people have been able to, with the advance of technology, basically build like labs in their backyards, and like you can do a lot of crazy shit that like just as an average citizen, like if you have a little bit of money to spend on setting up a lab in your backyard, you can like fuck with genetics. Like there was literally a dude who in the documentary trailer that even showed a dude who like grew an ear on his arm, like the mouse. You know how they had the mouse with the ear on his arm. Literally, he grew an ear on his. Just from his backyard experimentation.
Now this may be an unpopular opinion, and I just fucking love crazy ass science like that, like cloning shit, and like stem cell, all that shit. Yeah. Oh, give it to me! I want all the unethical bullshit. It's fantastic.
If you study it in depth, because like I'm a biology major, dude. If you study that shit in depth, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's
like
awesome.
It makes you sound like a wacko when you talk to normal people, but like it's real. Like
bro,
a lot of that
shit. If I could clone myself, my god. That'd be sick. I would just take.
I'd be everywhere. I'd be everywhere.
Well, no, I would just harvest my own clone's organs when I need them. I just fucking stick him in a stasis, take my fucking liver. It's my liver, right? It came from me. So, and then I just replace that shit when I need it. It's ridiculous. I love.
Yeah, but who's gonna regulate your second liver though? Saying.
Oh, he just cut out big time right there. I didn't.
Yeah. Damn.
Damn. I don't know, bro.
This is what it's called. It's called Unnatural Selection on Netflix. Look it up, dude. It's a really good documentary.
I'm gonna watch it. Let's watch that next podcast. We'll talk about it. I'm gonna put it in the list right now.
Dude, it's so fucking good.
We all got homework. We got homework.
Yeah.
That's great.
No, that's totally my theory on corona. I totally think it's a man-made disease. I think it was. Put out there to stop the Hong Kong rise. You know how close Wuhan is to Hong Kong?
Very close.
Probably pretty close.
Very close.
Yeah.
It's very fucking close.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to discredit your theory because it's very important, you know?
That's just like, this has been shit that's been kicking around in my mind. And like, if you look at the U.S., if there were ever a time in the U.S. for old people to fucking die off.
Well, dude.
It's now.
Not only that, dude. Everyone trusts the United States government way more than they trust the Chinese. But our own fucking U.S. government, literally, like, and it's proven. This one's like a really popular one. They literally infected their own, like, our own population with syphilis, especially like the black population.
Nice.
And like all the things.
Then
so
like syphilis.
Yeah, dude.
May he among us who has not had to deal with the syph cast the first stone. That's all
our own government has done some crazy shit. Like, and that's just a small fraction of the crazy shit that they've done and like has been proven. So like, who's to say that it's not possible for the Chinese to do it? Because they have like no fucking limitations.
Yeah, they have no ethics whatsoever.
They don't give a shit.
Although
dude.
I will say our government is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was like, here was something someone pitched to me, and I thought this was interesting. They said that that the U.S. government wasn't a part of creating the coronavirus, right?
Mm-hmm.
But someone said that they are still in on it in the fact of they did no damage control. They did basically nothing to stop it from coming into the.
But that's like, very America of us. Come on, man. World War II happened because we were just like letting the shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
Hold up. Yeah, hold up. This one actually like kind of caught me. They're like, what happened when one American got Ebola? There was literally live stream feed of him getting quarantined from the airplane to his hospital. Like the news was literally covering it live. Him coming out of the airplane. Coronavirus, the first case, they were like, man, whatever. Somebody's got it, whatever, it's cool.
Yeah.
And then like,
that's a good point.
And then like all of a sudden in a week, what is there like fucking 5,000 cases in the U.S. more than less than a week? It's been like fucking 4 days.
Yeah.
There's 5,000 plus cases.
Dude,
somebody said something like, since the boomer generation is going on and like messing up the economy and messing up the like pollution and shit like that, the U.S. government's trying to capitalize on it. That's why we jumped so quick to lockdown, or like so they like because is there still talk like the 48-hour like lockdown on the U.S. like there's serious talks in the military about it, like shutting everything down.
Yeah.
Like except for like grocery stores, pharmacies, and like that would be like it. Everything else, like restaurants, shut down. Everything shut down.
That's fucking bananas. Like, can you believe how our society? Like, it's so weird to think of like America like having all this shit happen here, because it's just like supposedly. I mean, we are the
third world shit. It sounds like third shit.
That sounds like some fucking, I don't know, some Venezuela bullshit where the government can do all that bullshit. But like that sounds like that doesn't normally happen here, and it fucking doesn't.
Well, the thing is that it just happened so long ago that it's hard to like for us like we haven't been around. Like for example, like World War II, like everything, like not like housewives had to like go in and like do different things to help with the war effort. Like everyone pitched in. They had like. And also, like World War I, even they had like the ration cards and shit. Like it's that, and it just hasn't happened.
What's called? There's not the level of mass communication that there is now.
Yeah, that's true too.
American knows
a lot quicker now.
American knows in an instant what the fuck's going. Like I can look up right now how many coronavirus cases are confirmed in the U.S.
Yeah,
I can pull it up in like fucking minimum 10 seconds.
Yeah, you used to wait for
1940s. People didn't know the war was over until like 2 weeks. They got that
Also,
exactly the way you'd wait for the newspaper. Yeah.
We should also mention that it's also like it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get way worse.
Oh, yeah.
We're just seeing the start of this right now. Yeah,
and like they were talking about like travel bans going on to like 60 days or 30 days or some shit. I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah. Just wait till the hospitals wait till the hospitals get slammed because they like.
Dude,
have you seen but have you seen like Italy right now? They're like deciding like who's living or dying on respirators because it's just like they don't have enough, and like we for one thing aren't equipped already because of the healthcare we have currently, but like the hospitals already are kind of they're kind of shitty already. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just not something the United States is equipped to deal with and whatnot.
Yeah. I don't think very many places in the world are. I don't think there's any place in the world to deal with this.
No,
that's not.
Dude,
there's some European ones doing pretty okay.
amount.
Germany in particular, they're doing pretty okay. But it's just like comparatively, we're kind of getting.
I think that's why we're so gung ho about the lockdown effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really hoping that people can build up that immunity, get it gone, and then.
No, just like curb the fucking infection curve as much as we can.
Yeah.
Like, cause that shit's crazy. Like, I imagine it like the technology curve. Like, you guys have seen the technology curve, right?
Yeah. How we just like how we've been making exponential progress.
Exponential growth where it just fucking goes crazy.
And then I have a feeling that this thing's gonna do the same shit, even though it's because, dude, think about how fucked up this has to be man-made disease. Like I cannot imagine this. You can literally get it from being in the same room as somebody. Like you don't even have to like touch them. Like it's so fucking infectious airborne wise.
Yeah.
If you're in the same room as somebody with it, you fucking got it.
You know what I hate?
That's crazy.
You know what I hate on Twitter how it's just like I don't like they're funny and everything, but it's just like the tweets where they're legitimately just like it's not that bad, guys. Everyone's overreacting. It's not.
Well, dude, honestly, dude, like, Twitter's not a good source of anything.
Yeah,
it's mostly people. There's like a lot of stupid people on Twitter.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I hate to say I hate those because I was that guy. Like fucking a week ago, I was like, nah, that's gonna blow over. Like a week ago, I was that guy saying that's whatever, dude. Like it's gonna come and go. Flu is more deadly. Blah blah blah. Like I was literally that fucking guy a week ago. And then I watched that Joe Rogan thing, and I see the numbers like fucking tacking on really, really fucking fast in America. I was like, oh, dude, we already spotted the first guy in America. Like, we're going to lock down his area. Good. Like, maybe like a couple hundred, 200-300. Like, no. And then in a day, it shot up to like 1,000. It was like,
but it's just so highly infectious. It's like there's really no way to regulate it entirely.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as much as you want to do, like that shit is just not gonna stop.
Yeah.
But the problem is we have so many stupid people like uneducated that they just like that they can even think that this is just like something to fuck around about. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the problem. Like it's just like it's just more media lies just to try to spread to us. It's like, come on, bro.
Like, no, dude. It's
not everything's a conspiracy.
I mean, there's definitely conspiracies out there, and like it's not good to dismiss every conspiracy because a lot of them are true. But also, like you said, not everything's a conspiracy. Don't be like a schizophrenic where you think everything is fucking, crazy. Like, not everything's a conspiracy. Like, there's real science, there's real shit with the viruses. But
right.
I don't know.
Well, All right. Well, let's hit one more topic and then we'll wrap this up. And we'll get back to League of Legends. Okay, so okay, so let's take it to a happier time. You know, back to the past as we talked about. Does anyone have any favorite old school YouTubers and YouTube memories that they had from back in the day?
Oh yeah,
The creatures.
yeah. I was about to say the creatures, man.
Yeah.
And also, fucking, I remember Uberhaxer Nova's triple. It was like a modded map with all these mods and shit on it, like Minecraft, and it was a triple, like the tri-mountain, whatever. I don't know. There was like 3 mountains.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. And then also old school PewDiePie when he did horror.
Dude, Minecraft was
Yeah.
awesome. Like beta Minecraft with,
Yeah,
all those YouTubers
yeah.
back then was fucking sick. I would watch
Dude,
that
that's
shit
what
for
got me
so
to
long.
download Minecraft, man.
Yeah, oh my
It was
god.
fun.
It's a shame. YouTube has changed so much. Like gaming,
I
like,
know.
I feel like Let's Plays just like have kind of died. Like if we're
They
gonna
kind of
be,
have, man.
like you don't see them. They don't bring in like the big numbers that they used to do. And like
I
the
know.
creatures,
I miss
YouTubers
Let's
like the
Plays,
creatures,
man.
YouTubers like the creatures don't exist anymore. You don't find people like that.
They don't.
Like Rooster
No.
Teeth is probably the only surviving like YouTube group that I can think of.
Even their numbers.
They don't.
down.
They after I
Ray
think
left.
Ray Narvaez. Once Ray Narvaez left, that
I
whole
stopped
fucking
watching.
place. I stopped
Ray
watching.
left.
And
But
that's
not
not-
only that, dude.
Ray
like-
was literally the only reason I watched.
And then the people that are still doing the Let's Plays just don't get the views they used to get, man. Like, they
Yeah.
don't get the exposure anymore.
Yeah,
Now it's just all
Speedy.
clickbait shit.
Well, it's also
KYR
'cause-
Speedy.
KYR
You guys
Speedy.
remember him?
Oh, I love Speedy.
Yeah,
I was
his
one of my
views-
favorite
his views
YouTubers.
went
I
down.
love Speedy.
Yeah, I think it's also because YouTube became like so corporate and everything. Like you see
They
Jimmy
did.
Kimmel and Cardi B on the front
You see the
page all the
fucking
fucking time.
That
Yeah,
and you see what's called like you see all the clickbait. Like the clickbait shit's working.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I don't
because
understand how
it's
they-
more ad friendly or whatever.
I hate the clickbait shit, dude.
You know
Dude,
what's
I
fucked
don't
up? Oh,
know
sorry.
YouTube.
Oh, go ahead.
Like
Go
I don't see the clickbait, and I think I don't want to watch that video. Like I literally see the clickbait where it's like fucking exclamation, like 45 exclamation marks. I'm like, that's fucking gay. I'm not watching
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's fucked up because it's just like the shift happened like because gaming was like dominating the YouTube front page for so
Yeah.
long. It was like one of the
Big
most
time.
popular categories, and then all of a sudden I feel like YouTube realized that it wasn't like
Makeup and-
what they wanted to be marketable for the website. So they like now it's like makeup and vlogging and all kinds
Yeah.
of like shit like that. That's why the clickbait shit gets so many views and attention because like you know they've shifted like the
I
focus.
think that and it's kids too.
Oh yeah,
Which I think
kids
is so
too, yeah.
bullshit.
YouTube is directed at kids so fucking
Because
hard.
they always play off directed to kids bullshit, but it's like, dude, like there's so many people that are watching that are never gonna watch kid stuff, like, and then all these YouTubers that are actually trying to make a living are getting demonetized because it's not kid friendly.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
I
that's not their
understand.
market. That's not their market. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think a big turn in it was when Filthy Frank finally finished YouTubing when he quit YouTube.
yeah.
I think that was a
also-
big.
I
I
also
think that was a big shift for like
I feel like
for the adult section of YouTube. Like
Yeah.
once Filthy Frank left, like nobody was doing like besides like iDubbbz. iDubbbz is the only one doing like super fucking like absolutely belligerent shit and not getting
Yeah.
in trouble.
The drama,
Like-
the drama. I feel like you're right. That like when the drama section of YouTube kind of died out, I feel like that was like the last,
yeah.
sort of that kind of content that we saw, like iDubbbz and what was that guy who like drew the little stick figures in Microsoft Paint? He was like Irish or some bullshit. And
Fourth Street White Boy on Fourth Street White Boy.
White Boys. No, you're thinking of White Boy 7th Street. I'm thinking of
White Boy 7th Street.
yeah. But no, I'm just saying like. Things have changed so much, and like streaming is now the thing. Like streaming is where all the
Yeah.
gaming shit
Yeah.
is now.
Well, here's where my thing is. We are a totally different generation. The streaming generation right now, the ones on streaming, excuse me, not the streaming generation. The
Yeah.
ones on stream right now are all the people who are doing the Let's Plays or watching the Let's Plays on YouTube. That's
And
why
they're doing-
I think that's why streaming's
Yeah.
so popular. It's because now we get to see
Yeah.
our favorite YouTubers
And
live.
interact
Like,
with them.
yeah,
Yeah.
live.
It's like TV.
You actually get interaction.
Yeah, honestly,
It's-
most YouTubers have to stream if they want to make a living and continue doing it at this point anyway.
They do.
Yeah, and it's because like for gamers at least, like gamers, like
Yeah.
makeup bloggers and whatever, they can do whatever they like, the fitness, whatever, they can do their thing. But if you are a gamer and you want to make like the real money streaming, Streams where it's at.
But that's also
I
like it's
honestly
also killing a lot of YouTubers though. Like
It is.
like
It
because then
is.
you see a little bit more than just what they want to show you on their videos. So like there's one like Boogie2988. He's fucking the stream his whole like audience has turned against him because he's so much more toxic on stream and he was just like so nice in his video. So he's like a fucking Jekyll and Hyde bullshit. So everyone's unsubscribing.
Yeah, kind of reveals their personality a bit more.
And that's
Right.
that's a part of like being who you are online. Like you can't, like I think streaming's like a great thing because you can't fucking hide. Like unless like there's some people who do it really really well, like Ninja, like keeping his thing PG.
Right. I could not do that shit.
applaud Ninja.
Yeah.
If I were playing Fortnite 24/7 and trying to keep PG, I would absolutely lose my mind.
Dude,
oh my
no
god,
way.
I scream at Fortnite. I'm like, just
Yeah.
like, I was like, some guy hits me from like across the map with a sniper. I'm like, boom!
Yeah, we're just.
So I could never do PG like ever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, me either. But honestly, I think part of the switch too began when way more because I remember YouTube before they even had, and then like once they got ads and all these big companies came in because obviously when the ads first start it's more like smaller things. But then, like when big corporations started getting their ads in, then they dictated what happened with YouTube, not YouTube dictating what happened with their own platform.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think Twitch is at that precipice right now. Like Twitch, Twitch is like right at the crest of like doing what it wants, but still trying to make money. Like it's starting to lean towards big corporations.
Which is why there's always like alternatives that try to still hit that niche audience that wants some real content. Like that's why Mixer's a thing. And like all these other different platforms, you know, to try to help fill that.
Pretty hard.
I like it too, man. I do. Yeah.
Actually,
they could definitely work on their UI. Their UI is pretty fucking garbage, but But like I like how like free you are on Mixer. Like you can do what you want, dude. Like you don't have to to play this game or play that game. Like there's not like 3 games that dominate Mixer. Like
the TOS.
It's pretty
the TOS of Mixer doesn't like determine whether you live or die on the website, which is like a huge thing with Twitch.
Yeah. That's why there's so many Fortnite streamers because they know if they don't play Fortnite, they're not. They're like, well, I guess I gotta play it. Like whether they like it or not, you know.
Yeah. But
and that's like if this thing does what we're doing, if it does build up into something, I don't want to be fake, dude. I don't want to play just for the audience. Like I want to play, just fucking play with my friends. Like
yeah, exactly.
I'm here to have a good time with you guys. Like if there's some market in it, and like if there's some sort of like somebody actually enjoys our content, which I think we put out pretty good content. If someone actually enjoys our content, I don't want to be fake. I want to be.
We need to go back to RuneScape though, Alex. We need to go back to being
we ain't going back to RuneScape.
one.
I'm sorry.
I'll probably play it on my off time actually, but it's just so grindy.
No, it really is. It really is. I do think I would love to be able to get a PC at some point so I could get on and play different games with you guys.
That's why we gotta get. Wait till
money.
Yeah, that podcast, we got $15 CPM on that Anchor ad, so we just keep getting. Let's get some. We get some streams. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get you that PC, Brady. We're gonna get you that PC.
Yeah. Okay. Because I like to be able to actually play other games with you guys because there's some good damn PC games.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We're missing out on a whole market of like other games we could be streaming, and that's like the most frustrating part because like only me and maybe Tony and actually maybe McCall are like the only ones who can be playing like some of these higher intense games. It's I don't know, but we'll get there.
Which is fine. Go ahead and play those games on your own, like legit, like stream with just you guys. Like I'm not gonna be upset.
I just like our dynamic. I think the 5 of us would
dude, I'll pop in the Discord and talk with you. Like I don't have to be playing the game, you know.
Yeah, I think we just have a good dynamic.
Why isn't Rachel part of this?
Huh? Because I feel like there'd be too many people talking. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we're already kind of hectic. I mean, McCall can barely get a word in anyway because like while we're doing this. So if we have 5 people, it's just gonna be like half of the people not gonna be talking.
Yeah. Hey, McCall, I forgot you were there. Sorry.
but that being said, we should definitely consider having guests and whatnot every once in a while too. Get some new perspectives. So plus we should reach out to reach out to other streamers like Mixer people. To talk to them and whatnot.
Absolutely, yeah.
That'd be cool,
so
man.
We didn't start networking, like.
Yeah, exactly. So
that'd be really cool.
Yeah, we should get on that.
A little bit, play some games.
Let's scope the Mixer friends list. See anyone around our level.
I think with that, that was a pretty good podcast.
Yeah, good stream, everybody.
Yeah, man.